Valid. Real trap shit. Trapaholics. We make it look easy. Fuck with your boys. Damn, son. Where'd you find this? Delayed explosion. Hello. Oh. Hello. Welcome to Top Fellows. Today, we are joined by a menagerie of people once more. We have a Vilgot sat.
Stop blowing the studio up. We have to do our recordings in here.
Those pyrotechnics cost $1,000 each. No!
That's half the budget gone.
Bloody idiot.
No, that's all the budget gone.
Why did you blow the budget? Literally.
My crowdfunding money. No.
We're going to need to crowdfund for the
We're
next
going to have to
episode of Top
crowdfund
Fellas.
again, and then we can release another Ollie Charles video again. I'm so happy, guys. It's amazing. 416 quid.
Back to the intro.
Anyways, we have a menagerie of people joining us today. We have Mr. Vilgot, we have Mr. James, we have Miss Gilla,
Hi.
and we also have Miss Charlotte sat in the corner doing her work, but we can't. She's not on the microphone.
She's not the guest.
Hello.
Hello. Right. Anyways, so
Jilla, our biggest fan of Top Fellas. You know
Literally.
how we introduce guests. So top.
what's
three
your top three
Top three things about
about
yourself.
you? What's your favourite colour?
My top three. I think maybe number one, I like to connect the dots and find patterns.
Oh, interesting.
Goes well with your course.
What does that, like, in what sort of way? Are we talking like one of those picture books where you have to draw the line from dot 1 to 2 to 3 to 4?
No.
Or are we talking
Like
like...
you recognize patterns in people, like how
Yeah.
you say valid every
In people
time.
and situations and
Yeah, how you say.
Valid. I do say valid a lot.
that's a pattern.
That is yeah, connecting the
It's a
dots.
good one.
That's a good. That's fair actually. That's very interesting.
I like dots and connecting. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now tell me a second thing about it.
Number two.
Yeah.
I like languages.
What languages is the question?
I speak English and Maninka and Creole.
Cool.
Korean.
Creole.
Korea. Oh, okay. I was going to say my bad. Wait, where's what countries speak Korea?
Creole is like West Africa, but Sierra Leone. And then
very cool. Very
Maninka
cool.
is Guinea. Yeah.
Guinea.
And then,
Cool.
Yeah. I know some words in other languages and a bit
Yeah.
of Spanish.
A bit of
Bit of
Spanish.
Norwegian.
Fair play. Norwegian. Where did you pick that up from?
My family in Norway.
Fair play.
That's
very
really
cool.
cool.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not a language person, but I wish I was. You know, it's like one of those things.
You
Like,
can always be. With Duolingo, our sponsor.
Duolingo, guys.
Thank you, Duolingo.
I can only speak a tiny bit of Korean.
Korean.
Yeah.
Can you?
Say something in Korean.
I know
right now.
Jijarang.
I can say something in Korean. Parasite.
What else? I speak a bit of Swedish. I
Do you
speak.
speak Swedish right now?
No, I don't want to.
Fair.
I sense I've made a mistake. Okay,
Why?
about saying that because I know that you're half Swedish. and that you know that language on the back of your hands. I'm going to say it. And you go, no, that's not right. That's not
I'm
right.
not
Like
gonna
that.
do that.
But I've now had to forcibly remove it from me because Velgot keeps on telling me off every time I try and- You did. The one time I spoke Swedish in front of
When?
you, you were like, when we were in like Weatherspoons like a while ago, and I was speaking
The
Swedish
hub
in
of
front
every
of him.
subculture.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
hub
the
of
hub of
every
every subculture.
Yeah, I was speaking. I tried to speak a bit of Swedish. And he went, "That's shit. That's so bad, man." And I was like, "Okay, I won't do that." Then.
That probably happened.
Yeah, that did
That
happen.
sounds right.
That's a classic Velgot moment.
So, I don't bother with it anymore. And then just a tiny bit of Tokipana.
Guys,
as well.
if you want somebody to stop speaking a language, just bully them, and bullying solves a lot of things. What's your number 3?
Number 3. Thanks, man.
You're a strong advocate for bullying.
Heard it here first. Let me think. What's a good number 3?
I
Like
don't know,
a
whatever.
thing that I like, or like
It could
a
be a
thing
thing-
about me.
Could be a thing you
About
like.
you, about...
Could be your favourite car.
Could be a funny story.
Could be your favourite cereal.
I
Bran
seem
flakes.
to go
Fuck
through
off.
a lot of unfortunate events. Have you seen that show?
Oh.
A series of
Unfortunate
Yeah.
events.
Why? What
So-
unfortunate events have you been through?
A series.
A Like how so? Like, could you give me an accurate description of some of these bad things that have happened, or is that a little bit too much?
You always seem, whenever we're texting, you always seem to come up with a ridiculous story that's happened over the weekend for you. It's just some sort of thing that's just gone completely wrong for you.
I feel like I seem to have a lot of bad luck somehow.
How so?
It's not...
The thing is, there's a bit of a balance, because every time you have a bit of bad luck, you also have a bit of good luck. But the thing is, you might be focusing on the bad luck too much.
Ooh, glass half full.
Yeah, exactly.
You should do psychology.
Oh, thanks, G.
Fred doing psychology, no.
No, I'm really not. I'm not.
Belgot is the most encouraging friend in the world. He helps you with your languages, he helps you with your course decisions.
Yes, bullying.
No, I'm not doing that. But yeah, no. What's it called? So, what? Give me an example of some of the bad luck that's been happening.
Buses, probably.
Get like what?
Yeah,
Buses.
buzzers.
The bus was was the bus late today?
The bus was late today.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
That's true.
But the thing is that the U5 is always late. It's never on time. That's the thing. I'm not wrong. All right, give me another example.
Another example.
Yeah.
Like in what context?
Like, just like you, I don't know, you said that you had a series of unfortunate events, and so far I've seen the bus was late.
It was kind of more serious.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
If someone is like, have you ever been in a car crash? It's like, yeah.
Have you
Have
actually?
you?
Yeah.
What was that like? Was that a bit nerve-wracking, as they say?
It was kind of chill.
It was
'Cause I was
kind
younger.
Oh, right.
It was in Guinea, right?
Yeah.
I was younger, and we were
right.
driving to this school, to like browse schools or whatever, and we're in the back of a yellow taxi cab, and then we crash into this tree,
Oh shit.
Oh
and
my
no one
God.
gets no one
Okay.
gets injured, so it was kind of it was
Okay, so
fine.
crashing, I thought it was car to car.
No,
Okay.
no, it wasn't serious. I can't really remember.
Well, it was into a tree though. That's pretty.
Pretty
you know.
bad, man.
Yeah,
True.
I'm pretty sure that guy didn't have his license.
Oh my god.
I mean, to be fair, if he crashed into a tree, it probably means he's probably not passed
Yeah.
his
In
test.
broad daylight.
Yeah, probably.
A static tree in broad daylight.
Yeah, it's just like, oh wait, hold on a minute. There's a tree coming. It reminds me of the Man Simulator video where at the end of it he has a can of beer in front of him and he just glides in front of a tree.
It reminds me of that, you know, that Family Guy thing where it's like, those animals are so funny, it makes me want to merge without looking. That guy.
Yeah, that sounds a little. Yeah, but
That is a series of unfortunate
that is a
events.
series of unfortunate events.
You got into a car crash, and because of that, you now have to catch the bus, and the bus is always late.
Yeah.
Unfortunate event.
Do you
Well,
not go in
imagine like a
cars
domino.
anymore?
I do go in cars.
Okay, I was gonna say, was that like a turning point where you're like, no?
No,
more
that was like
vehicles?
one of the least
The
unfortunate events.
least.
That was one of the most lucky events of your life.
Literally.
Least.
Everyone survived.
Jesus. Right. Okay. Should we get into the
All right,
episode?
Jilla,
Top
you're
10.
cool. And we were looking through some options on the bus. There's some good top 10 options today.
Yeah.
But final call has to go to you.
So we're gonna go with top 10 otherworldly experiences.
I like this.
This is
Yes.
a good one. This is a very, very good one.
I've got a few.
I got like one or two. I got one.
I've got a few.
Now, like you would do for an essay, define otherworldly experiences.
So I would say anything that doesn't seem normal.
Like,
Like
you,
out of-
this moment happened, and you're like, "What am I?"
Yeah, like
Where- what-
supernatural.
Like,
Like-
you don't believe like this is your life.
If I told someone, they wouldn't believe you type of otherworldly,
Oh.
or like that doesn't seem real.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
That's
There's
a lot.
some sort of mystical force at
Yeah,
play.
mystical. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fred's looking at me with a grin.
he has the biggest grin ever.
You got
Yeah.
something.
Play the fatty wap. Well, I've got a few up my sleeve. Baby. All right. I'm going to let you kick this off because I feel like you've intrigued me with a series of unfortunate events, and you said the least unfortunate one was a car accident. So I feel like you have some otherworldly stories to tell.
Okay, what should I
So number 10.
What are the names of the things on the list? Like, what are the names? And then we can like pick one from the names that intrigue us.
Okay, so I've got like 7 things.
Damn.
Okay, damn.
I can't even
Crikey.
think of one.
Really?
I can think of a few.
I can think of like one or two.
Some of them are not that serious. Some of them are
Well,
like...
maybe because I'm just used to fucked up shit.
Hard.
You've seen my Instagram
Promise to
feed.
choke.
You've seen my Instagram feed.
Well, then you'll have loads in it.
Yeah, my Instagram feed. Every day I look at my Instagram feed.
Your
and I'm
Instagram
like,
feed is another worldly experience.
It is. I like it.
I don't. All right, I reckon, Jilla, you kickstart off
Okay,
from
you
least
wanna
serious
choose
to most serious.
Least serious, okay. Okay, I'd say least serious is when me and my friend were walking back at night in
Yeah.
London,
Ooh.
just by her house. And then there was this guy on the other side of the road that started doing really weird like noises.
Oh.
But not like someone off the street that would normally just be like, just shouting. It
Yeah.
was more like,
Like it was.
But he was on the other side of the street, so we kept walking. I'm pretty sure this was near Halloween as well. So, and then he crossed the street, and we were like, okay, well, he's still behind us. We're almost by her house, and then he started chasing us. But
what?
It was.
What the? Yeah, that.
It wasn't like. It just felt a bit otherworldly because it doesn't
the
seem like
scream
I've seen that
was
guy
that,
before.
man?
That
Like,
Yeah.
it just
sound-
described me like a gameplay of fucking
Outlast.
Slender Man.
It sounds like something that happens in Outlast.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's
Like-
insane.
We were kind of still laughing. I immediately started running my flight or flight. Flight or flight.
Reasonable.
Fight or flight,
Reasonable
so-
reaction.
But she kind of froze, and then I was like, "Come on, what are you doing? Let's go." Yeah. But then he
Yeah.
wasn't there when we turned around, so
What
Oh,
that's why I think
Hey.
that's why I think it's
Hell
otherworldly.
nah.
Oh, that's creepy. I don't like that.
that
That's
could be
very otherworldly, not gonna lie.
Bit strange.
Yeah.
Strange.
And that's the least serious one on
I'd
that.
say so. Yeah.
That's at least otherworldly experience. Wow.
Blimey.
I'm just sort of sat in silence after that one. That's kind of weird. That one. So you got a screaming man who's making not normal screams,
Yeah.
and he then chased you.
Yeah.
The
And
way
then
you
just
describe the
disappeared.
scream, it sounds like the screams that Lego characters do when they fall off the
That was actually a really good one. But yeah, no, that's crazy though. Like literally, don't.
edge. What?
All right. Oh shit! So, she has a thing. Charlotte has a problem where every time I say crazy or someone says crazy, she has to say
Crazy. I was crazy.
Yeah. I know. Oh my god.
Fred was having a rant about it the other day when we were walking home from the monkey.
I call it the crazy room paradox,
monkey?
okay?
Yeah,
we did
Because
see
the
the
thing
monkey.
is that you sound unbelievably normal because everyone else says it. So the only crazy people are the people who don't actually say
Crazy.
it. Oh my
That's
god.
Crazy. Hold on.
This is an otherworldly. Wait, what?
Did they lock you in a rubber room?
Oh yeah, I bet they did. No, they locked me in a concrete room.
They locked me in a rubber room called a C block Twern Mill.
Literally was a rubber room. Your roommate walked around half naked.
My roommate.
It was it was a guy who lived on your floor.
Oh yeah!
He walked around fucking half naked from the waist down around
okay.
Commons.
Grand
Yeah.
Commons.
That's
And he
another
smeared
other
shit all
worldly
over his
experience.
walls.
Oh yeah. I have
Wait,
one now.
well, I
Go
did-
on then.
Okay, number 9. My time living at fucking Twern Mill.
Yeah, that was a surreal
'cause
place.
he had that guy. You had my fucking flatmates that would always wake me up at 4 a.m.
Oh yeah, him.
Because
Yeah.
they would probably... No, it's like the whole hallway would just party around and
Vibrate.
come back to labs. Probably come back to labs and they would just chat in the hallway. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You had sometimes the fire alarm would just go off at the middle of the night.
In the middle of the morning or early in the
Like
morning.
3 a.m. or something like that. Then it was.
Twerton Mill was an absolute shit.
Then you had the guy right next to me who would smoke pot, and and the smell would come into my room too. Twerton Mill is but not only me. Louis' roommate who basically would do a DJ set. Remember when we had to film there?
He would just sit there and he'd just like
and his sink was so disgusting too.
Louis' sink was like it had dirt inside of it, like that. It was just coated in dirt.
He took a shit in the sink, but
the sink is also a dish, so it needs to be clean.
Yeah.
No, it was plumbing problems for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But his roommate would like. When we were trying to film, you can hear the guy basically doing a full-on DJ set. It would be like...
Yeah, no, it was just fucking... Like, honestly, like, walking into Twerton Mill, like, Waterside I thought was bad.
I was at Waterside, yeah.
Yeah, it was chill, though, because I think the thing is with Waterside, it was just sort of like... It kind of felt just like where all the broke people live, basically. Like, no one was, like, bad or anything like that. I know you had a few problems with your roommate.
That's a story for another day.
But that's a story for a rainy day. But like other than that, everyone seemed really nice and chill. It was just a decent community. Charlton was probably the best place to be because everyone was all right there, you know.
I've never been there.
It's nice though.
It was all right. It was all right. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. But then Twerton Mill, everyone when they first got to uni thought was like the best ACOM. But it was so much the worst one because the bus stop, would be cramped. Everyone would be up late, and everyone was just for some reason like some schizophrenic daddy's money kid there. Basically, it was just running around going, drugs, labyrinth.
Imagine your first place that you move out of your parents' house is Twerton Mill.
Yeah, it feels like
I've witnessed the worst at first hand.
It feels like moving out of your parents' house into the insane asylum. It's just like,
especially with those metal gates.
Oh my god! Yeah, they got metal gates there. Like hell no.
Then our door. So
your doorway hung off.
Yeah, it just. Somebody busted like...
Yeah, it was the schizo roommate. He did that.
No, I didn't have a schizo. That was him.
No, you had the dude who...
no, it wasn't him.
It wasn't him.
It wasn't him. But
that's right. He was just smearing shit on this boy. He couldn't
have
enough time to do
somebody broke our door and like chipped a huge chunk of wood out of it.
Did they fix it?
Sakes.
Yeah, they did. And I think they just... The guy who fixed it just nailed the huge chunk of wood.
Landlord behavior.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's number 9.
All right, Jenna or Fred, do you have a number 8? Because I only have one, and this kind of probably got to be pretty high up top because like I was very young at the time, but my mum was like properly freaked out by it because like apparently I saw the ghost of my dead grandmother or dead great grandmother that I didn't even realise was dead.
You're spoiling. Number 8. Now number 8.
Fuck, that's crazy.
All right, that's my teaser trailer. That's my teaser trailer.
I need to think.
Wait, can I suggest one?
Yeah, go on.
The canned teaser trailer filming shoot.
No, that was not an otherworldly experience. That's
the way you talked about it to me and James that night, it felt like...
It's because I was pissed off. It's different. That's a different thing. I mean... It was a very messy shoot, basically, and it was just because we were all getting to terms with working with each other for the first time. So there was a lot of things that went wrong. But I digress. We won't talk about that. I will talk about my dream.
Oh.
Okay.
I had a dream. Okay, bro. All right, shut the fuck. Nah, what's it called? It was a dream where it was like time travel, basically.
Oh, I know this one. I think you told me this story.
It's very odd. Basically, so 2014, I'm 10 years old, right? Okay. I'm in Florida, and I've just been to Walt Disney World, right? I went on the Tower of Terror that day, and I was scared shitless.
That's why they call it the Tower.
Yeah, I know, right? But like, I was so paranoid after coming off that ride, right? Oh. And then I went to bed, and I had a night terror where basically the events of what happened in the Twilight Zone thing happened to me where basically I was electrocuted and all my skin fell off, and then the elevator came crashing down and I died.
Was this in the dream or?
This was in the dream.
Yeah, it was in real life. That's why he doesn't have skin right now.
That's why it's otherworldly.
Like that, right? No, but what's it called? My tongue doesn't have any skin anymore. No, what's it called?
I'm trying.
Valid.
Nice cut off there, by the way. Anyways, I woke up and I didn't really, and I was like, oh, that was a very terrifying dream. Anyways, 10 years later, 2024.
Yeah.
I'm now, 20 years old? No?
Yeah,
So I was 10 in the dream. I'm 20 years old now, right? So I'm sat there and I'm having this dream, and I'm like in this sort of 1920s like Met Gala sort of place where there's all these people who are apparently like quite famous and stuff that my brain has just sort of conjured up. And I'm meeting all these people and I'm doing like sort of news reports on them and stuff. And I've got like this like female sort of accomplice with me for some reason. She's just there.
Female accomplice.
The female accomplice is there, mate.
Bad casting.
Yeah, casting, mate. Done job. She's there. She's doing the reporting as well.
She's the casting director.
Yeah, she's casting director. But she turns around and she goes, do you want to head back to the apartment now? And I said, yeah, we got it booked. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we get in like this old like Austin Super 7 outside the front of this like big mansion. And then we like drive up and we drive down like these like roads up to this big like tower, right, where we're going to be staying. Then we park up and, you know, the people who like park the car for you, park it sort of thing. And then we go into the hotel plaza. And then I realise where I am. And I realised that I'm in the same place where I died in a dream 10 years before. But I checked the clock on the wall and everything. And I realised I was there the same night as when I died 10 years ago.
That's crazy.
So basically, I went up to like the hotel lobby boy and I said, is the elevator working? And they were like, not at the moment, like that. Okay. And I was like, I know what this motherfucker's gonna do. I know what he's gonna do. I know what he's gonna do. So what I did was I literally like the bloody lady who's with me, you all right? I went, bang, get out of my way. Ran over to like the fucking, like the doors where the elevator is. I fucking pried it open like that, right? And because you got dream logic, you can just sort of, you know, do things, anything. Right?
Yeah.
So the elevator, I see it coming crashing down like that, and the lightning hasn't struck it yet. So I'm like fucking there like this, right? Ready to catch, I fucking catch the elevator, right? Everyone inside is dead, apart from me, who's unconscious. And I go over and I check the pulse, and then I feel like and I woke up.
Whoa.
Bro, he went back like the Terminator.
I told James about that, I was like, yeah, like, bro, I'm literally the fucking Terminator.
That's
I went back to save me.
That's like Inland Empire shit.
Inland Empire type shit. Really? Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so that was my experience at number 8.
Does anybody here like write down like journal?
Yeah.
I wish I did.
All the time. I have
notes.
so many.
I did for a while, but then I stopped.
I had one where Frank Ocean kept on eating this massive chocolate lava cake, and we're all at a dinner party, and we're telling him, stop eating so much. Just sat there going, like that, you know?
Eat both sides like Chanel.
Like that. He's just warping it down, bro. And we're like, no, dude, Frank, chill out. You don't need that much.
One time, I had a dream that I didn't have a nose.
I had a dream where I just kept on smoking cigars.
Actually, this is actually something I do every now and again. This was about I think I've told you about this story. This was about 2 or 3 years ago now. I had this dream. It was the most compelling dream I've ever had, right? It was a murder mystery. And I've told you about this one, Fred. Yeah. So you know how this is going. And then at the end of it, I get stuck on this infinite staircase, right? And it's this infinite spiraling staircase. It was a brilliant set piece, brilliant production design. And then this door opens, right now, and this beam of light starts flying through the door. Excellent cinematography, excellent lighting, and a silhouette comes walking out, and we all know this is the killer. This is the grand reveal for who it is, right? So out comes the killer, who happens to be Sean Connery, the first guy that played James Bond. Now I get so excited that I wake up and I'm like, let me go back to see. I need to know how the story ends. 3 years later, I say probably about once every 2 months, I go to bed thinking about how that dream ended on repeat in the hopes that I can find out how it ends. And I have never once done it.
Damn.
Wow.
That's fair. It will happen eventually.
One day. One day. I'll find out why Sean Connery was the killer.
Yeah.
Number 7.
All right, Jilla, do you want to go number 7? Because it seems like
This
you got...
is related to dreams, actually.
Oh!
Yeah. So,
To the Fleetwood Mac song?
We turn around to that place.
If Billy was here, he would love that.
Yeah, so what's your dream then? What happened?
okay, well, when I was younger,
Yeah.
I used to have the most boring dreams where I'd get up, go make like breakfast, crack an egg on the floor. Oh no, I have to clean up the egg, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
That was your
fall
dream?
I used to have dreams like that every day, the same boring dreams.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'll let you finish the story.
Yeah.
But it just reminds me of my brother. I think you were there when he told us about this dream, Velgar. And I think I've told you about it, Fred. But my brother, I ring up my brother. This is late at night, and he says, "Mate, I've just had the most boring dream in the world." And I asked him, "Lim, what was this dream about?" And now my brother works at McDonald's, right? So he says that all day, pardon me, all day he was on the chicken, right? He was doing the chicken. He was doing the chicken slice. He was doing the chicken nuggets.
In what way he was doing the
Hold
chicken?
on.
He was he was.
Actually,
But he was.
why did you have to censor that?
he was just cooking the chicken, and he was just like,
cooking it.
grilling the chicken and stuff like that.
Was he actually doing that, or were you saying that for a bit?
Deep frying the chicken and stuff.
No, it was a dream. He didn't actually.
No, this
but
is
in
the
the
real
dream.
life.
Wait, he actually.
No, he's never fucked a chicken.
Nice one, mate. Yeah.
My
You got the
brother has
sense.
never. My
that
brother
one.
has never chicken.
There's
You
no
don't need to put the
reason.
censor in. You just said it.
We
on
said
the
it
live
twice
air.
already.
It's still funnier when I censor it.
Alright.
But yeah, he was just cooking the chicken at his job, of which he gets paid to do, and he gets paid to serve customers, right? So he was.
Does he also get paid to fuck the chicken?
He does not get paid to fuck the chicken.
Oh, right, fair enough.
But he was, so he was doing the chicken all day, and he gets home, and it's late o'clock. So he goes straight to bed, and he has a dream, and in this dream, he's just cooking chicken. He says that his dream was real time as well. So he was asleep for about 9 hours. So he had to basically take on another unpaid shift, but just in his head. 'Cause he was just cooking chicken.
Sounds like a Black Mirror episode.
For 9 hours.
something I tell
So he
my
had to
manager.
take another unpaid shift because he was just dreaming.
What the fuck?
But yeah, back to your story,
to your
Jenna. So
story.
as a kid, you had very boring dreams.
Very boring, hyper-realistic dreams. It'd be something where fall out of my bunk bed or something.
What are you
in my
laughing
dream.
about, Fred?
Yeah.
You still laughing
I'm
about?
still laughing about it. You said, so I have really boring dreams, and all I can think about is that fucking cooking
Chicken.
chicken meme. But
yeah,
yeah, sorry, yeah. So a lot of boring dreams, right?
Yeah.
Boring
so
yet
then,
vivid ones.
But I had really weird, fantastical nightmares. So then one day I was having a really boring dream, and I thought, I'm just gonna change this dream. So then I
So you were
opened a
lucid
portal.
dreaming.
Yeah. So I found out I could lucid dream, and then from then on I always did it. But that first time, I still remember it. I think I was in primary school, like end of primary school. I opened a portal in my dream, and then I went into the galaxy. It was pretty sick. And then I was in my house. It was pretty boring. I opened the attic, and I was in a mansion in somewhere completely different, exploring it, and they had like all of these sheets over the furniture, and I was uncovering them. It was so
sick.
cool. Yeah, so I found out I could lucid dream.
Damn.
That's
I
sick.
wish I could lucid dream.
Oh, I only ever had one lucid dream, and I got so excited when I realised I was in a dream that I woke up.
Was that the Sean Connery dream?
That wasn't the Sean Connery dream.
Oh my god! It appears you get so excited in your dreams, don't you?
I have very exciting dreams, except that one where I didn't have a nose. That was scary.
They're so exciting that you don't experience any of them. You just wake up. You're like, oh,
And I like wake up and I go, fuck.
oh my god! I did have one weird out of body experience recently.
Oh yeah.
I told you about it.
Oh, no, yeah, no.
Yeah. You were like, oh, Fred, you come into this thing? I went, no.
I've seen the galaxy and I've seen the things that those cannot see.
I had tapped into the Archon grid where basically I was being shot across the universe, showing everything that has been made, that is made, and what will be made. And then I woke up on my floor.
Whoa.
There was like this massive skyscraper that was like this big, and it was like twist. It was like this
Bro,
weird
you
twisty.
sound like the monk that was trying to sell paintings.
Really?
Remember that day?
That guy. What in Bath?
Which guy?
Yeah, I know that guy.
That guy that tried to sell me
But-
his book. And
There was
that
this
guy.
massive twisting thing that was sort of like coming out of like nowhere, like it was a skyscraper. That's it. And I went through one of the windows, and I just like fucking fell back into my room. I was like, oh, all right,
Whoa.
fair play.
That's crazy.
What the Doctor Strange?
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, I texted Fred like, where were you tonight? And then you said that I tapped into forces greater than us.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, that was a very
uncovered a stone not yet uncovered by man.
Yeah, it was a very odd experience. I don't know how I managed to do that. It was just sort of like I was just sat in my room for too long.
would you say that's what were we on? Number 6?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that number 6?
Yeah.
You seeing the true nature of the world,
No, the universe.
of the universe.
Well, of mankind, I'd say. I think the
okay.
universe is much bigger
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
for human perception.
Full of us to think that you saw the truth of the universe.
Yeah. No, sorry. My bad, guys. My bad.
Have you guys had any prophetic dreams?
It's prophetic.
What does
Like
that mean?
predicting the future?
Oh, I get that all the time.
Go on.
Well, there's so many moments that
Or
like.
you can't even count.
Well, yeah, it happens like
Wow.
almost like every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There's
same
like
here. Yeah.
I think there's something that
And
I
it
dream
happens.
about, and then it happens. It's like a moment. I'm like, I feel like I've seen this before.
On deja vu.
Yeah, I get mad deja vu. Like right now.
Yeah. What is this right now?
Deja vu.
No, I'm
Oh
kidding.
yeah, I was gonna say.
I can't control it.
I had one where I was just like the prophetic dreams are just really random ones where it's just sort of like I'm on the bus with James or something.
No, that's
And then
is
it's
it
like-
prophetic
Oh,
or it's just
so that's good.
boring?
That's the thing we do every like,
her
twice
boring
every
dream-
week.
I like boring
Yeah,
dreams.
pretty much.
Hyper-realistic.
But like
What were you
it's
gonna
like a
say?
certain vibe or something that I'm feeling, and it's like, oh wait, I'm with James now, and I'm on.
Sexy vibe.
Oh, like the head did. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Or like it's just something random. Like I'm like in a lecture and about something stupid, and I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, oh, that's a weird dream, and then I go to that lecture about a week later, and I'm like, that's a weird lecture. Like that, you know. But yeah, what sort of prophetic dreams have you had in the past that you can remember?
I've had good ones where I predicted both of my brother's babies' genders.
Oh, cool.
So
wow.
like before I knew my sister-in-law was pregnant, I'd have a dream and she'd have a girl, and then she told me a couple weeks later she was having a girl.
Oh wow.
And then the same thing happened.
You should
for
have
the
gone like
son.
your reaction was like,
should've-
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You should have
fair.
bet
I
on
know.
it.
Should have bet.
I bet 50,000 that you're gonna get a girl.
50,000 dong.
I mean, Al Lavis betted 50 quid that I couldn't eat a whole horseradish root, and I did.
Yeah,
I've never seen a horseradish root.
It's like that big, and basically, you know how horseradish tastes, right? It's like
I've
really.
never tried horseradish,
It's like
to be fair.
it's like wasabi,
Okay.
right? But it's like so you get that same burn that wasabi does, right? So it's really really hard to eat, and you got that all raw in one root, and you got to try and eat it. And he said, "I bet you 50 quid you can't do it," and I ate it all.
Do you get the money?
Yeah.
Wow, well done.
Yeah. I
How
won
much did you get?
50 quid.
Because he bet
Yeah.
50
Worth
quid.
it?
Yeah, oh, 100%. 50 quid for just eating a root. Yeah, please. I mean, to be fair, Al's son is a SAS soldier, and he couldn't get through half of one.
damn, you're stronger than
I
the
got a
army.
strong gut. I
You're just
was stronger than an
Rambo.
SAS soldier.
You're literally Rambo.
I mean, I say that, but then I feel like he'd probably like just pick me up by one ear and just flip me across the room, sort of thing.
Yeah, well, you can eat a horseradish. Really,
Yeah,
you can,
exactly.
So who's the winner here?
Exactly. But yeah, sorry to just interrupt them, but yeah, you were saying with prophetic dreams, you can sort of predict, like your sister-in-law's
Yeah,
gender.
both of the children. So,
Both of them. Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to guess your sister-in-law's gender, to be fair, but not their kid.
Not their kid.
I'm gonna go with sister.
But yeah, fair play, fair play. Is there any other like weird prophetic dreams you've had or no?
I've had ones where I'd fall over in a certain place at a certain time, and it happens a week later. But I feel like that is kind of normal.
That's rather odd.
Or sometimes when you dream something, you can make it happen anyway.
I was gonna say, is it sort of like you dreamt that and then you walk past that place and maybe like a part of your subconscious was like,
yourself over.
I've got to make this a reality.
Yeah,
make your dreams come true. Whoa!
Then you might lose a nose.
Oh.
Please don't say that. That's the worst dream of my life.
Break your nose.
That's the worst dream of
I
my
might
life.
get to witness Frank Ocean eating a lot of
I
lava
might
cake.
smoke cigars.
Sean Connery's coming back. Ah!
All right,
Crikey.
number 5.
Number 5.
Ooh.
That's like
I had an experience with an Ouija board.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
did it actually work?
No, it's kind of fucked up. Tell the story.
No
So
way it actually
I
worked.
had a mate when I was in year 7 called Noel. And Noel was Swedish, right? And he couldn't...
He was a part of Oasis.
Swedish. He's a Swedish guy called Noel, and he's part of Oasis,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
What would that be like? What are you saying? You can't come over here. I'm going to sing a song. Like that. No, Noel was sound. He couldn't speak English too well, but he was pretty sound regardless, though. But he was like my best mate in year 7, and I used to go around his house for like sleepovers a lot and shit. However, one thing that happened randomly when we were, there, we became really obsessed with like playing a Ouija board, right? So we're like, oh, let's play an Ouija board, that'll be fun. And Noel's dad was like, you can just get like a bit of cardboard and just draw it with pen, and you just do the Ouija board like that.
Wait.
And we're like, yeah, sure.
With like cardboard, yeah.
Yeah, like that. And we were like, yeah, why not,
So
and
you
then,
made your custom-made Ouija board.
yeah.
That's sick.
And then we set up the candles like that, right? And then we put it on the dining room table, and we had like a cup from like IKEA that we use, right? And we put our 2 fingers on it like that.
Makes sense, like, yeah, he's
Yeah,
Swedish.
yeah, exactly. Mate. Come on. Yeah, all he ate was fucking Swedish meatballs as well, by the way, and mash. And that's it. With a bit of lingonberries in there as well.
Yeah, that Minecraft open and all this.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Oh, my fucking God. Yeah, he had that. And his dad was Notch, by the way. Anyway, so we set it up, and we basically just started asking it questions and stuff like, what's my shoe size and stuff. And the thing is that I was
that?
I didn't at the time.
To be fair, I don't know my shoe size.
I was size 5 at the time. Mate.
How?
What do you mean you don't
I
know
think
your
I'm a
shoe size?
9.
What do you mean
You
you think
think?
I think
are
you're
you
an
a 9
idiot.
or a
All right,
9?
how about that? You don't know your shoe size. Like maybe when you're in year 7, and you don't know what
To
your
be
shoe
fair,
size is.
when it comes to me and shoes don't usually jump. Have you seen the way I tie my shoelaces?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's not normal.
That's very normal.
How'd you do it?
Right, record this and put this on the video because I'm going to defend myself here. But everyone says I tie my shoelaces in a really fucked up way.
Unique.
I think it's valid. Okay, hold on. Give me 2 seconds.
I can't see over the table here. Hold on.
Let me do it over here. And that way Charlotte can also see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to see how he ties his shoelaces. I'm getting, Jenna. Getting.
Welcome to Shoelace Tying
Okay.
Tutorials with Mr. James.
He's tying his shoelaces.
so you
This
go-
is James tying his shoelaces.
Got to do that.
Yeah.
He does that.
Alright, and then you do another one.
Okay.
Okay, and then you take
Wait, you
this
tie
end
it
of the
twice
shoelace,
like that.
And then you
Wait.
run it through there.
Wait,
You
what?
take this end of the shoelace. You run it through there.
Wait, what?
Ta-da!
I don't know
No.
if this is like genius or insanity.
That is genius, low key.
That- no, that-
I got a
that's
weird way
really
of tying the shoelaces as well. Look, hold on. Look, I'm doing mine.
Keep recording, bro. Keep recording.
I just stopped recording.
This is what I do. Right, shoelace. Like that. Right, get the loop. Get around. Right.
Yeah,
Is that normal?
that's normal.
Oh, I
That's-
thought someone told me that was wrong and it's
Well,
fucked
do they
up.
do
Yeah,
the
like
cross over the bunnies?
I don't
I-
know bunnies.
I cross over, yeah, I cross over
Oh,
bunnies
yeah,
like that.
it's around.
Yeah, I thought like there was a guy who was like, he used to fucking pick on me for ages saying that's weird that I do
How old
that.
was he? How old was he?
He was like a year older than me.
Yeah, but
Really?
When was this?
What, like in like year 7,
three.
year 8,
Yeah,
and year
they
9?
just pick on you for everything, man.
Yeah, for tying my shoelaces
Yeah.
normally.
Yeah,
What a
probably.
fucking weirdo, honestly.
But I tie my shoelace. What?
I mean,
Leave it in the
it's-
comments. Am I fucked up for tying my shoelaces that way?
Who taught
Yes.
YouTube. Like my parents kept trying to teach me shoelaces at an embarrassingly old age because I could just never figure it out.
I couldn't tell the time
I
until I was
taught
12.
myself.
Fair enough.
What?
Yeah.
And then-
12?
Yeah.
So
Mike.
my
I
parents just
hated
kept
it.
trying to
What
do.
do you hate?
Like, I could tell digital time, but I couldn't tell like an analog time clock.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I think I was probably around
Our generation is
7 when I
failed.
figured out how to
Just
do
done.
that.
Failed.
Yeah.
But yeah, like my parents would always try and teach me how to do shoelaces. I could just never ever figure it out, and it got to a point where I was like old enough where like we're going to teach you because this is you're too old to not know this. And then we were going through and I just could not do it. I just could not for the life of me do it.
It's-
And then she just opens YouTube. We get a bunch of videos out, and I just can't do it. And
you
then
know
we
how to
click
do-
this
do
one
you-
random one. And it's that what I did, and they all say, "What the hell? That's such a weird way of doing it." For some reason, it just completely gelled with me, and I could just do it without a second thought,
That's crazy.
and I just never looked back.
Low key, I couldn't tell the
Do you know how
alphabet
to-
until I was 19. Like
19!
alphabetical order. I didn't know the alphabetical order.
you told me
until
about it,
That
so-
was 19.
To be fair, actually, in GCSE, we did a thing where, have you ever played that game where it's like one person has to say one thing, and the next person has to say that same thing, and another
With another thing, yeah.
and it's a memory game.
Yeah, but alphabet. A, B, C, D,
Let me
E, F,
cook.
G.
We were trying to we outsmart the drama teacher in this one because it was a little game we were playing in drama, and the first person goes A, second person goes A B, third person goes A B C, and I was last, and I fucked it up, and I lost for the
God.
entire class.
What did you?
How?
What was the last
I
one?
can't remember, but I got the order wrong.
You were lost, so you just had to say the alphabet.
Yeah, and I got the order wrong. I fucked it up for the class.
That's all right.
I
though.
think
can't
I must have
complain,
been
I wouldn't
in-
know it.
Yeah, 10 or 11.
Okay.
What the hell? I'm slowly losing
shocked.
respect for you. I'm kidding. Do
Nah,
you know how
that's
to
not-
tie it proper, the regular way?
No,
You've never learned the regular way either way?
no.
That's fine.
I just never looked back. Once I figured out that
I mean,
that
yeah,
way
makes
comes
sense.
naturally to me, and I cannot figure out the other way.
Each
I've-
their own, man.
I've
Each
never
their own.
tried. I just never tried it, and I
mean,
just
makes
always
sense,
try it
right?
in a weird way.
I get that. If
Yeah.
you know a way, you don't need to.
But
learn
where
the
were we?
proper way.
What were we on about before?
Well,
we were
number
saying,
4 now of weird experiences. So
Yeah.
the Ouija board.
Yeah, the Ouija board.
No, we were number 5. No.
That was number 5, wasn't it?
No, number 5 was
5
just
was
before.
Ouija board.
Oh, the prophecies.
The prophecies was 5, and then
Ouija board
board's
is
4.
4.
Okay.
And then we're gonna stop
So,
there.
what happened was basically we built our own Ouija board and we asked it questions like, what's your shoe size and stuff. And then we check our shoe sizes on our shoes and be like, oh, whoa, that's sick. That's right. What?
Yeah, that's what we were on.
And like I told Noel to stop fucking around with the Ouija board and just saying take your fingers off because I didn't believe that it was.
Why,
And
your
it was
name
just,
was Liam?
and I had it so lightly on the fucking Ouija board thing there, right? Yeah. Please light up the O2 Avil. Right. No, what's it called? I had my fingers so lightly on it that I couldn't even push the glass, and it was still moving like that.
Oh,
And I was like, oh no,
Because
this
Noel
is
was
not good.
moving it. Probably.
No,
the wind.
I said Noel to take his fingers off, so Noel didn't
Alright.
have his fingers on it, and it was moving like I literally couldn't push it like that because I had it so lightly on.
So like you were holding it like that,
Yeah,
and it was still going.
and it was still going like, you know.
Now, how hard were you pushing it?
He
I
was
just
not
told
pushing
you
it.
I was
wasn't
not pushing
pushing
it.
it.
I just had my fingers on it as lightly as I could. And just
Okay,
following
so
where
it was
going.
just going places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was very, 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 very odd. And basically, we asked it what its name was, and
Big
it would just non-stop repeat the same 2 letters.
Which
Right.
is
Big Chungus. No,
2 letters.
no,
Big
no, no,
Chungus.
no, no.
A, B, C, Big
Top
Chungus.
No,
was a prophecy.
fellas, top. No, it's
There was a prophecy.
Z and O. Over and over and over and over.
Zo. Wait, is his name Zo or Oz?
It's Zozo.
Zozo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you
Dumbass
heard of
name.
him?
no.
Nobody. What?
Well, he's pretty well known in the Ouija board community, which is something that I
I'm
find
not
a
in that
little bit like.
community.
That's all right. That's all right. I did
Yeah.
a bit of research into him, but we were a bit freaked out, and we left the room. and we went and watched like some shit with Noel's dad for a bit, but then we like looked up who he is and stuff, and you know the Exorcist.
Yeah. Zozo is a fallen angel banished from heaven by God, apparently, according to Google internet.
You know, the Exorcist.
Yeah.
He's the spirit that inspired the Exorcist.
And
we were like,
and you met him. What a celebrity.
Let's go, guys. My celebrity appearances. Jeremy Wade and the devil.
Wait, number 3. No, wait. Honorable mention for Otherworldly Experience is you and Brad seeing Kanye West coming out of a bus in Bath.
Yeah. It wasn't in a bus. He just pulled up in a Merc next to us.
You said bus.
Kanye.
We did not say bus.
Well, Brad,
Why the fuck would he be on a bus?
That's what I said. I'm like, that's why I didn't believe you, because you both said
It would have
was
been
out
on a
of
bus, dude. I said every time he was in a fucking Merc.
Well, Brad said it was a bus.
Well, Brad's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he is like a...
Brad did say that when you fart, you gain weight.
Yeah. Brad is an idiot. Everyone knows this. But yeah, no, what's it called?
I like Brad. Big up Brad.
Yeah, I love Brad. He's great. He one time invested a load of money into faulty steel from Turkey because he's at $2,000.
I thought he bought gold.
It wasn't gold. It was silver. It was faulty silver that he had shipped over to his front door in potato sacks.
Oh my God.
A faulty silver from Turkey, and he said he was going to make thousands off of it.
Go back to the Kanye
Did he
West.
make any money?
No. He has 2 potato sacks of faulty silver from Turkey in his room now.
How do you get a faulty silver? Like, I didn't know you could...
Probably from Turkey, mate, but there we go.
Like, what defines silver being faulty and not
I don't know if
faulty?
it's rusty.
It's
tarnishing,
rusting, it's
quick
tarnishing,
fading.
it's not stainless, you know, all sorts. He was an idiot,
But
basically.
yeah, the bus.
So I'll get to that in a minute, but what happened is... The thing that's pretty weird is Noel had rabbits in his back garden, and I think I might have told you this story
You have,
before.
outside the Sainsbury's petrol station.
Yeah.
Wait, the rabbits were out.
No, you
No,
told me this
I
story.
told this outside. Basically, the next morning, his fucking rabbits were all dead.
What?
Maybe
Oh
they
my gosh.
maybe they were hungry.
What?
Maybe they were hungry and they just decided to
I mean,
possess and eat each other.
I mean,
Why not? Yeah.
rabbits are delicious. I'm
The
saying his
Hey,
parents.
rabbits
did
are-
Did you eat
rabbits are-
them?
No.
Yeah, sometimes we had it in school cafeteria.
He's been
Hey, fair play,
he's been
low-key.
busted out, and he's like, "Oh, maybe they were just hungry. It wasn't me. I'll tell you that much."
It wasn't me.
Real good fucking theory, eh, Phil? Got fucking maybe they're just hungry for each other, like, you know, like but they had just fucking all, like they
They are killer
died, bro.
rabbits. Killer
And it was
rabbits are
very-
a thing, right?
Yeah, no, they are a
Yeah.
thing.
Maybe in
but,
Monty
that's like
Python.
in Monty Python one, and usually it's the white albino ones that are like that. And no, it wasn't. They
So they
didn't
just
have them.
mysterious died.
They just fucking died. And
Damn.
they said that it was a fox, but I don't think
Oh,
a
well, that
fox would
makes
just
sense.
fucking like the way how they've been killed and shit.
Yeah.
You know, it looked like they'd been stepped on. It didn't look like a fucking fox just bit their neck and fucking ran for it. You know, it was like, you know,
Ugh.
How fat was your friend?
he was actually very skinny. He was actually quite skinny.
Maybe he did a Mario ground pound.
Fucking hell. But yeah, it was a very odd set of circumstances, but I didn't really experience anything like that with the Ouija board or shit again.
Yeah, I was gonna say after that, I've just like said I ain't fucking with the Ouija board.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
It was like, nah.
Like for like Sam, like he's like tarot card Sam. He's very much says. I mean, he's all over the towers and all that stuff. He says, "Don't fuck with the Ouija board." And I think I remember.
I mean, who would fuck a Ouija board?
Yeah, no, a lot of people who are like very, like got weird spiritual connections or like quite very superstitious
board.
always say don't to the board. No, they always say do not fuck with the Ouija
I am
board,
one
whatever
with
you do.
the board.
I'm one with the board.
But I think it was. I think it was one of the short films, the Sketching a Monster one that they're doing in our year. They
They
wanted
got a plug.
a Ouija board.
Something's coming. The Ouija board.
They wanted.
Maybe it's Kimmery fried chicken. Anyways,
Why does he get a plug? That's kind of
we'll blank that. We'll blank that in the edit.
They wanted a Ouija board for the film, and apparently, like, half the crew said, I'm down to make one, I'm down for that, but you're not keeping it at my house. And, like, I was talking to Sam about Ouija boards and stuff, and apparently...
Can they give that to me?
Someone, maybe.
We are not using the Ouija board in our fucking house.
I'm going to hide it in Fred's room.
Do not do that.
And someone, I think I was
you
talking
already
to
know
Sam.
there's a fucking malevolence spirit that is in that board that's probably still looking for me because I didn't say goodbye and end the game.
Oh, that's true.
So
I didn't
like
say
Jumanji.
goodbye and the game. Damn.
because I didn't know how to do that because I was in year 7. I was 12.
You always have
Don't
to
you
end
just
the
say
game.
goodbye? And it's a response.
Yeah, we didn't do that though.
But he, Sam says it's like, I think we were talking about Ouija boards, or someone was talking about Ouija boards with them, and he says, yeah, I don't want to be near that thing. And I was like, damn. So Ouija board is that 4 or?
Yeah, but do you know what else you shouldn't be near? Kanye West, which you saw. At
Good segue.
That was before the Hitler
Yeah.
stuff, to be fair. But basically, he was randomly in Bath for some reason, and Brad was like, basically, I just picked up Brad, right, from the train station. We were going to get the U5 back, and it was at the old U5 bus stop, right?
How long ago was this?
First year, right? We stood there waiting to get the bus in, right? And Brad's doing his usual spiel, which is like, oh yeah, how are you guys? Yeah, yeah, lit, yeah. And then we just look over, and there's just like a Merc that's pulled up, like
What is a Merc?
Mercedes Benz,
Oh,
right? Like
okay.
a blacked out Mercedes Benz. There's a dude sat in the driver's seat with like just like a really thick black leather jacket on, and he just looks over at us like this. Like that, and then we drive off. And then Brad goes, Fred, was that Kanye West?
Wait, so it wasn't.
It was.
It was.
It was.
It was. Wait, Kanye West would drive his own car.
Huh.
Yeah, this is stories. Even though it's not in the bus.
Oh,
still, I
okay.
don't
Okay,
believe
Kanye
that.
doesn't drive apparently.
So he
Okay.
went
No,
to
you probably get a
congratulate
chauffeur or something. That's how rich he is.
I don't reckon. Sometimes
In
people.
Bath. Why
He
would he
came to
fucking
visit.
drive to Bath?
Glastonbury?
I think no, Sound Records. That's why. No, not Sound Records. That's the name of the record shop in Stroud.
Yeah.
No,
He's going into Sound Record.
It's worldwide. What's it called? There's a famous record, not record.
Studio.
Studio.
But it's
World
not.
Records.
But is it near the train station?
No, it isn't.
That's why he's got to drive there, not walk there.
Yeah, hold on. World Records Bath. No, hold on. Record Studio. World.
Yeah, because it was. You told me that the Jesus was somewhere. It was.
Yeah, Real World Studios. That's it.
Some
Yeah,
of it was
Jesus
worked in-
was quite a lot of it was recorded in
A
Bath.
lot of it.
Yeah.
No, not a lot of it.
In
No.
Bath.
Because most of Jesus was not in Bath. It was somewhere else in Europe. I think it was like in Paris or something.
Jesus was his first. West first began work on Jesus at his personal loft in Paris, and numerous other locations. Visited the Louvre for inspiration, followed by his 5th studio album, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Yeah, so it was in a loft in
Yeah.
Paris.
Yeah.
What's the name of the recording studio?
Real World Studios.
Did a certain lecturer record his album there?
A certain who?
Certain lecturer of ours recorded his album there. You might have.
He probably did, actually.
Or maybe some other band that is.
It's a nice looking recording studio.
It
to be
is
honest.
nice. It is nice.
What the hell? Can
No,
we-
apparently,
Can we try to record our next episode?
yes, can we record a Top Fellas at Real World Studios?
If we hit number 50, we have to record it there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Patreon.
I'm down.
All right.
I am
down.
so
We need
fucking
to
down
start a Patreon.
to record.
Yeah, crowdfunding for us to book that studio.
Yeah, it's an Italian family that runs it, so we may have to get on their good
So
side.
yeah,
sort of
or
thing.
some.
It's
Does anybody here speak Italian?
a little.
Arrivederci.
Goodfellas.
Bonjour.
Godfather.
Godfather Part 2. There we go.
Martin Scorsese.
There we go. De Niro.
Francis Ford Coppola.
There we go. Well, Ford is American though, isn't it?
Francis Coppola.
Good thinking. There we go.
So is that number 3, or are you putting that as an honourable mention?
Honourable mention.
Seeing Kanye West in
I still don't believe that story.
Jilla, do you want to go for number 3? I'll go number 2.
You got your
Okay.
Tom Hardy story.
Which one should I go for?
It's not really otherworldly though.
It's pretty crazy though.
Should we have a little cameo appearance from Charlotte?
If you want.
Yes, we
go
do.
On, go on. The Tom Hardy one's quite good.
I never met a celebrity
I've met Warwick
except
Davis.
myself.
Oh shit, hard.
I meet one every day
Right.
in my mirror.
Charlotte's going to tell the
Who's
Tom
in your
Hardy
mirror?
story.
Who's trapped in there?
So the Tom Hardy story, for those of you that didn't know, I used to work at Legoland in retail.
What?
Wow.
And it was a bog standard shift and doing like the fast track stuff. Went up after my break, very quiet. I was like, mate, playing games on the computer.
Fair.
And then this bloke walks in. I serve and I'm like, he seems a bit familiar. And I wait for him to leave. Now, for context, this room is shaped as an L and the computer is in the L part, so you can't see the rest of the room. So I go to my coworker. I'm like, okay, don't come at me, but I think that was Tom Hardy. And he goes, no, I don't believe you. You're wrong. You're a liar. No. And I go, no. I'm dead set. So what do? We pull up like loads of Tom Hardy clips. We're watching like his monologue from
Venom?
Peaky Blinders.
Oh.
And then bro walks back in.
Oh no.
Cat's out the bag. So I'm like going like, mate, stop it, like turn it off, because he can clearly hear it. And he's just got a smile on his face. I'm like, oh my God, this is Tom Hardy right in front of me and I've got to act professional now. And he comes in and he's like, oh, can I get an upgrade on XYZ? I was like, yeah, of course, mate. Get that sorted. I got to process a refund before we do it and blah, blah, blah. So I explained that. And he's like, yeah, cool. And I turn around to my coworker. I'm like, mate, you have manager permissions and stuff, right? And he's like, no. I was like, what do you mean you don't? We're gonna have to. Okay. Grab the phone. I call my boss. I'm like, hey, love. I've got an order number here. Can you just refund it for me? I read out the order number, and she goes, Tom Hardy. And I go, yep. And then down the phone, she's like, fuck off, is that Tom Hardy? No way, is that Tom Hardy? The real Tom Hardy. I'm like, yes, so that is the correct order number. Yes, correct email address. Trying to play up, and I can hear them going down the phone, and like the other people in the room, I can hear, and they're like, no way, you're joking. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, please, just process the refund. I'm trying to remain calm here. So they do all that, and it's completely fine. Set him up, and I'm on his phone, sorting it all out. I'm like, just hand me your phone, mate. I'll get it sorted for you. Holding his phone, clearly in sight of everyone, because I'm freaking out. I'm like, okay, like shaking at this point, but I'm like trying to hold my hand so I'm not visibly shaking. And then I go back to give him his phone, accidentally swipe onto some sort of other app. I just shoved his phone out. I was like, take it, I'm sorry. And I turned the other way. I was like, here you go. Staring the other way. And then he starts laughing. He's like, it's all right, love, don't worry about it. And I go, okay. So I explain, because the thing is different was the other thing. So okay, so, it's for the day, but there aren't a couple rides that aren't included. And he goes, I shat myself. He looks me dead in the eyes and he goes, leans over the counter. This man, he's a bit shorter than you'd think he would be. But he leans in. So I'm like this close, like inches away from Tom Hardy. He goes, what do you mean there's nothing included? I was like, so, it's just the rides, they're too small. They're like, they don't have the queue line space. And he holds this like menacing stare, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to get screamed at by Tom Hardy. I'm about to get this man's going to tear me a fucking new one. Oh no.
The Venom in him came out.
No, honestly, I was partly expecting it. And he's still holding this, like 2 seconds felt like 20 minutes. I was like, oh my God, okay. And then he just bursts out laughing and goes, "Ha ha! I got you, mate." Do people actually shout at you for this? And I was like, this sigh of relief, and I was like, "Oh my god, okay." Like in tears, going, "Oh my god, mate, you've scared the shit out of me. You will not believe the amount of arguments I've had over this," and blah blah blah. And he's like, "Really?" And then and he was just like chilling. He was like, "Okay, see you around, mate." So with this, we can keep an eye on people's sessions, with like the whole system and everything. So we kept a close eye on his session. So when I was down in the park,
That's crazy.
on my little walks, sorting out the queue stuff, we're like, "Oh, he's just put laser radars," and we ran over. We spent half the time like checking up where he is to see if we could bump into him again, and then we bump into him again. Like, "Oh, nice to see you here, mate. What are you doing here? How was the ride?" And then he was just like, "Oh, you're right, mate. I remember you from earlier." I was like, And then another point, I'm doing the rounds as usual. I'm like, okay, the novelty's kind of worn off. I've met him, nice bloke. So I go over to where they do the driving licenses, and I'm like, I picked up my friend swim earlier in the day. I'm like, the team there, they're great. That's what I was hired for. Lovely, lovely team. They'll like, if you go towards the end of the day, it's a lot more quiet. And he's like, okay. And that's usually my final stop before I go for complaints and stuff for the end of the day. And I'm like, okay, guys, blah, blah, blah. And my friend keeps coming up to me. It's like, "Charlotte, who is this person? Who is this person? Who is this like big name on Park?" And I was like, "Mate, you'll recognise him. Trust me. Who pulls up right next to me as I'm mid-sentence?
Oh, no.
And he goes, "Oh, hello again."
Oh.
I was like, "Oh, hey, mate. Didn't expect to see you here." And he was like, "Really?" I was like, "No. I was just going to head back up top." And then I found out after my shift, my friend, she did the licenses for him. One of the kids wasn't too happy with the license. So unhappy, she made his kid cry. Because the kid didn't like the photo. And she had to awkwardly retake it for him.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I like
Sound
my
bloke,
photo.
though.
I don't know what he's going on about.
No, it was just the child. Honestly, the amount of kids that would cry, I'd be like, "I don't like my photo," and the parents would be laughing at their child's photo and be like, "Are you fucking ugly?" But yeah.
Mine's got an orange hoodie in it, and it's just me just stood there like this. Right.
I never actually ended up getting my Legoland driver's license because I kept driving across the zebra crossing.
It's like my banner of honour. I had like a little wallet where I used to put all my money in. It was a Marvel wallet, so it looked normal on the outside, but on the inside it had all the comic book characters, and there was a little section where you could
Show your ID.
like your license in there. I put my Legoland driver's license in there. I go, I can drive. But that's crazy.
That's the Tom Hardy story. There's a couple other stories.
That was a very, very good story.
That's for another day.
That was a very, very good story.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That was
that
crazy.
was a good.
You never
story.
got a picture with him?
No, because it was unprofessional. But there's like
Oh,
photos of
true.
him when he was there and stuff like that. I was like,
That's him.
mm-hmm.
I would have still asked by the end of the day.
Yeah, there was.
Okay. is it
Be
fine?
real.
I think most celebrities.
Be real, gone off Tom.
Can you get my Be Real too?
I think most people don't really like their picture being taken and stuff. So I feel
I
like
mean,
it's
if
just
you
like,
ask.
well, yeah, I know, but
In
like,
at the right
I know.
time, at the right moment.
but
Yeah, right time, right place.
Imagine you're walking down the road and a random bloke comes up to you and goes, "Hey mate, can I get a picture?"
Yeah,
of you?"
well,
Like
if
that.
you do it like that, yes.
I think
Yeah.
it's like
Say
if
no.
you're out with your kids on a day and the workers are saying, "Oh, can I have your
Yeah,
picture?"
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Then,
you're
yeah,
working
yeah.
Krispy Kreme, you go to Krispy Kreme, and then like someone you don't know who's working in there, who probably Sam would know or something, right? But you don't know, goes, "Oh, can I get a picture of you?" Like that. It's a little bit like.
Whereas if you go into like
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme, it's dead quiet. It's the end of the day,
Yeah.
and the staff goes, "I'm sorry to like say this, but I'm a massive fan of your work, and you did this and that, and this is what your work impacted me."
Right moment,
Oh,
right
thanks.
com-
If
I
you
wouldn't ask for a
mind.
picture. I would try ask for autographs.
Yeah.
Really, I'm more.
yeah.
Sound
I
story
want
though,
a
Charlotte. Thank you
picture,
very
but
much.
That was a great story. Well done.
I don't want to
I've
bother
got
them
so
too
many
much.
more, mate.
Yeah, I know.
After the pod, I'm looking forward to them.
But yeah, I mean, it's yeah. We got. Never mind. I'll talk about it later. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, celebrities. I know that Robert Pattinson hates having his picture taken.
Fair.
Yeah.
So
Tyler, the creator.
and Tyler. So are you fucking filming again? Like that guy, bro.
But like, I think I can't remember. I think it was Tarantino said it. It's like,
oh, he hates it as well. Yeah, most people don't like it.
I
so
think
just don't.
Didn't Tarantino
Cole
say something
Sprouse.
like, if you come up to me and you want to talk or have your picture taken or something, if you're just nice and respectful, I'll probably do it.
Yeah,
but like,
that's
if
it.
you're just mean
Like,
and you shove your
if
camera in my
if
face,
you
I'm not gonna
come
do it.
in
Yeah.
with if you come in without any small talk before and say, "Can I get a picture?"
Yeah.
That's quite demean. Like, at least talk before.
Yeah, it was either Tarantino or Ricky Gervais where I was like,
Yeah.
if you just come up to me and you say, and you have a little chat with me, and then you nicely and politely ask for a picture or an autograph, I will
It's
probably,
not Ricky Gervais.
I will probably give it.
It's Quentin Tarantino. It's not because Billy's met Ricky Gervais, and he's not the most nicest bloke to be. To be honest. Well, the thing is, he's just a normal bloke, obviously, but at the same time, he's like, he'd be walking his dogs or something, and you get fucking Billy come up to him and go, "You alright, fella? Can I?" And he just goes, "Yeah, fuck off!" Like,
Yeah,
He
yeah,
just walks
Billy
his
walking
dogs
his
like
dog while playing Pokemon.
No,
Go.
no. No, it'd be like Ricky Gervais. He'd be walking his dogs, right? And then Billy with his dog, right?
Yeah.
Walking along playing Pokemon Go. He goes, "Oh, you right, fella? I really
No,
like
Billy
the shows." Like that.
Billy wouldn't do that.
He's told me that he did
did
something
he?
like that. Yeah.
Wow.
It wouldn't have sounded like that, but like it was basically he tried.
All right, fella.
No, but he tried to make small talk with him, and he just wasn't having any of it. So he was like, "Oh shit."
But yeah, I've always just felt like with celebrities and stuff, if you just are nice to them, treat them with respect, and
I never met a celebrity.
friendly to them, they're going to be friendly to your back. And it's all about, if you're a shopkeeper and your all-time favourite and your idol comes walking in and it's end of the day and it's dead quiet, then it's very fair to say, listen, mate, I'm a big fan, can I get a pic? But
What,
if,
like the
Yeah,
bloke
yeah.
from this country?
yes! I didn't get a picture with him because I wasn't sure, and he was with his family. I always feel like
yeah.
if
Yeah.
they're with their
Respectful.
family, it's a no-go. But if he wasn't with his family, I probably would have asked for a picture.
I mean, I know that. We can cut this bit, but I know Aaron Taylor Johnson lives very close to Charlton.
Does he?
Yeah,
I know he lives like near Bath and stuff.
yeah. So that's
So,
pretty
guys,
weird.
If you want to find,
Yeah,
if you
Bond,
want to
mate.
find Craven the Hunter, hunt him and back.
Yeah.
Hunt Craven challenge by the top
Craven.
fellas.
Hunt Craven challenge. I know Andrew Lincoln really likes to go to American Dream
Dream.
as well.
Have you seen that Cole Sprouse has this Instagram dedicated to taking pictures of people taking pictures of him?
Does he?
Yeah.
Who's
So it
Cole
would be-
Sprouse?
He's the actor from
Riverdale.
Riverdale, Sweet Life on Deck, and I don't know.
Oh,
That's
I don't
actually
know.
a really good
So
idea.
It's just like people that think that he doesn't know. So it'd be them like hiding behind
It'd be like
something,
them like
taking a picture of
scrolling
him.
through
Yeah.
their phone like that.
Yeah, and
I'm
he
gonna
has
try and
a whole
find that.
Instagram.
Is
for
it just his account Cole Sprouse or?
It might be.
I see who he is. Yeah, this man. Yeah,
His
I mean-
twin brother Dylan Sprouse.
I mean, yeah.
yeah. They were from the Sweet
Sweet
Life.
Life on Deck.
Yeah.
They were in
Yeah.
Friends.
Were they?
Do you know Ross and Rachel's
Yes!
kids? It was the Sprouse twins
Oh.
before they were famous.
Yeah, it was them. It was. Yeah, that sucks, but it comes with being a celebrity.
Mm.
Yeah, with great
But
responsibility.
also,
with great
yeah,
power.
but also, we should all learn boundaries again,
Yeah.
because
Are
social
we
media.
still? We should probably get to the top three.
Number.
Okay.
No,
Hold on,
I think
I'm
number
gonna-
three. Number three was the Tom Hardy story. No, or was it?
Plank.
One, number two on me.
All right, number.
Yeah.
Can I tell number two? 'Cause
Yeah.
I've not told
Okay.
a
Well,
story.
we'll take Tom Hardy one as number three.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, number
Well
two.
done, Charlotte. Well done,
You
Charlotte.
made it in.
All right, so
Alright.
number two is I was really young at the time, so I can't remember how young I was because this story I don't really remember, but my parents remember it. So I was probably about 3 or 4, or maybe even younger than that, man. I don't know, but I was young, and I had like this beanbag that looked like a hedgehog in my room. Right, it was actually sick as fuck. This hedgehog.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
So, recently, I didn't know this as a kid. I didn't know this at the time. I was too young to really understand, and I wasn't told because I was too young. But my mum's great-grandmother had just died, right? Whatnot. It was very recent. So I'm up in my bed, and as like a toddler, and I start crying and whatnot. So my mum comes and takes me up, and then I start whinging about how I can see an old woman on the hedgehog, and how I want that hedgehog out of my room because I don't want her in this room with me. And then like my aunt and my mum were like, what the fuck is he on about? Is he having a bad dream? So they said, you're having a bad dream, leave it in. So apparently I was like, I stayed awake because I said like, okay. And then apparently I was like, nah, she's back. I want her out. And then they had to move the hedgehog out because the ghost of my mum's great-grandmother who just died and I didn't realise was there.
Wow.
And I saw her.
That's really weird.
Crazy.
Yeah, there you go. It's not a long story, but it's a
I
story.
have something similar to that.
Go on.
Basically, me and my friend were watching Insidious for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just us home.
Yeah.
And we were sat upstairs in my room watching it. And then I went to go and get something from the living room. And in my house, basically, the last woman that had the house had died. Like, she lived her whole house there, her whole life there, and then died.
Her whole house there.
And then died. So I knew about that just in the back of my knowledge. So it could have been the reason why. But I opened the living room door, and there's an old lady watching the TV with the TV on, watching the TV, sitting on the couch watching the TV, right? And instead of overreacting, for some reason I just closed the door, opened it, and she was gone. And then I just went upstairs and told my friend. She was like, turn this off, we can't watch this anymore.
Turn the TV off.
She was so scared. She was so scared. She was more scared than me. But I just thought, wow, I've just seen her. And I just closed the door and opened it, and she was gone.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
got
scary.
two.
Go on.
But they weren't things that happened to me. They were things that happened to people
Okay.
around me.
Yeah, things happen to people.
Yeah, I know things happen to people.
Things do happen to people.
Well, one of them technically happened to me, but it wasn't like the paranormal thing wasn't happening to me. It was happening to someone else.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, I was driving back from karaoke, and it was me, my mate Jake Nixon, and Boris Petworth in the car, right?
Yeah,
and
drop is full legal.
Yeah. All right, fine. Well, it was me, Boris, and Jake, right, in the car, right? We're driving back. Full legal name, by the way, right? We're driving back, and randomly, whilst we're driving back, we're driving through like a bit of a dark woodland area,
Oh, I know.
and then fucking Boris like has the worst panic attack I've ever seen, right? Like he has gone like basically what a person looks like when you hold a gun up to their head randomly, sort of thing. He was like trying to jump out the car and shit, and he was screaming his head off and shit. Jake's just sort of sat in the back, just like, you know, looking a bit bewildered. I'm like, mate, it's all right. What's happening? And all he was screaming about was a bloke called the Wicker Man.
The Wicker
Oh,
Man.
yeah.
The Wicker Man. Yeah, the Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man.
He wouldn't shut the fuck up about the Wicker Man. He just like, the Wicker Man, the Wicker Man, like that, you know.
God.
And, yeah, Boris has had some very interesting paranormal shit happen with him in
Is
the
it
past.
paranormal or is it just schizophrenia?
It's hard to tell. It's very hard. There's a fine line that he treads, I'll be real. But it's, yeah, so it was like, I don't know what it was, but yeah, he was all right after that. He said he didn't see it again, but yeah, so there was that. And then the other one was, I told Charlotte about this, about how the reason why The Shining was banned in our house for ages.
Why was this?
So basically, in the 70s, my granddad and my nan, both of their parents had died, right? Both sets, right? So that meant they were left with a lot of money, right?
Right.
And my nan also had a family home that had been in her, house for generations called Osborne House, which was like this big yellow house. Right, massive.
Was it owned by Norman Osborn?
It wasn't. It was owned by Norm Corp.
You mean Oscorp?
Oscorp, yeah. Norm Corp. Fuck that up. It was owned by Oscorp, where they made the Venom, where Tom Hardy, which allowed him to go to Legoland. Anyways, no, what's it called? It was called Osborne House, and it was this massive, massive, massive big yellow house, right? And it had all these like very long spiraling hallways and stuff and all sorts, right? However, my granddad, he had 3 siblings and 2 of them were dead, right? He had one left, Uncle George, right? However, he had 2 twin sisters, right, that looked identical to each other, and both of them drowned in the River Severn, right, when they were 13, right, and they were. Basically, what happened was, the reason why my granddad was born was because, my great nan got very depressed over that, obviously, and then they're like, you got to have another kid, and then Granddad John popped out, right? However, what was the thing that was really weird was is that one night my uncle is in the house. And he's like, he woke up at like 3 a.m. and he was really thirsty and he went to go down the corridor. He looks down the corridor and there's these two fucking girls in sailing outfits stood hand in hand down the end of the corridor. Like the fucking Shining, right? When did the fucking... The Shining came out in 1973, wasn't it?
It was 80.
Before you go on,
that was before The Shining came out.
Wait, before you go on,
yeah,
the person who told your great grandmother that the key to happiness is having a child.
Yeah.
What a fucking dumb advice.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you're depressed? Get a child.
Right. It was obviously she was mourning the loss of two children.
Yeah, but getting a child.
Now she can put
getting another one. Get another one.
Baby.
Yeah, get another one, mate. Done
That
job.
doesn't solve the...
But
like a dog makes sense, but not like a whole human being.
A cat.
Get a cat, mate. Well, I mean, there we go. Well, Grandad John was born because of that, but there we go. Yeah, hey, it was a different time, mate. Different time, but
it was.
Yeah,
a lot of stupid.
Jilla, you got any other suggestions? But that's a fucked up story, man. That's creepy as hell.
There was a lot of weird shit. I mean, the thing is with that house now, though, which I find quite funny, is they sold that house on quite shortly afterwards, and now it got converted into a mental institution. And then it got converted into like a set of apartments and stuff.
Ooh.
And
what
there's all sorts of different bits and bobs. But that estate was haunted before the kids were there. There was one about like a headless lady that
you know what
fucking
can
Grace was
be
going on
converted
about.
into a mental institution?
What?
Torrin Hill.
Yeah, it already is, mate, basically.
Literally.
It's just an open-air psych ward where there's just no doctors, basically, and they just let people run around, you know?
Free-range psychos.
Free-range psychos. It seems like a map from Borderlands, mate, I'm not even going to lie.
It's like a god map. It's like a 1v1 duel shooter game map.
No, literally, I'm not even joking. But yeah, that was... Osborne House is a very, very, very haunted, weird place.
Very scary. Very scary. Otherworldly, even.
You got any final otherworldly stories for number one, or just for honourable mentions?
Should I do an honourable mention first?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I don't know if this is too good, but you know how you have some coins that have chocolate in them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, when I was younger, I swear this was a real £1 coin.
What?
A real £1 coin, right?
But normally they're like big golden ones.
Yeah, but this one was a real £1 coin.
Right.
I'm certain. I remember it.
And it was a chocolate.
Well, I munched at it all day, or bit at it, whatever.
The £1 coin.
And then chocolate came out. But I genuinely...
How long have you been saving that one for?
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck?
The fuck?
Look, can you play that again, Charlotte? Can you hear this shit? This is crazy. Look.
Is that why you took
Look,
that?
he just randomly whipped. He just whipped this one out randomly.
Oh, I love this mode. That was brilliant.
Oh my god.
So chocolate. Are you sure it was chocolate?
So chocolate came out of it.
I'm sure it was a £1 coin, and then chocolate came out of it.
That's pretty
maybe
surreal.
it was like they designed it like it was a £1 coin.
I feel like it was a £1. It felt like metal.
I'll tell you what,
I just kept gnawing at it.
That's still weird, though.
That is strange.
Still pretty.
And I think about it to this day. I was really young.
My mate Dan had something. It's not like that, but it's kind of on the same par as that, where he was walking down his road and it was really weird because it felt like he was a bit like in a simulation, because everyone had gone outside to clean their cars on the same day.
I don't like that.
And he was like, bro, what the fuck's going on here, man, you know? And he named an album that he made after that day when everyone goes outside to clean their cars. That's the name of the album.
I feel like when something strange like that happens, you think about it.
When everybody went outside to clean their cars.
That's a weird story with
It's
the
kind of strange.
pound. What's like the most other? What is your number one now?
Number one, okay. So
It's on Spotify. Oh, sick.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
sick.
It's on Spotify.
Ooh,
Right.
that's a nice cover.
It's got very
Interesting.
good songs on there, to be fair. Like Matt Put Acid in the Kettle.
That's banger.
Wait, he made that?
Yeah, he made Matt Put Acid in the Kettle.
Oh, I love that song.
Do you actually? You like that?
Don't you remember when we played at Waterside?
Yeah.
You, me, and Jack.
Yeah, he made that song. That's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Back then.
Plank.
Right,
Number
okay,
one.
sorry.
Okay. Number one. Okay. Do you guys
Sorry.
do you guys know what gins are?
Gin.
Gin?
I
Gin.
do.
The drink or?
So it's like
It's almost like a genie, isn't it?
kind of like if a,
It's a type of
demon
spirit.
was neutral.
It was one of the villains in like
Yeah.
one of the Ninjago series. Is this?
Yeah,
Oh,
gin.
like,
yes.
If a demon
Jinjar-
was
Jinjara.
neutral and it could be good or bad, so there could be like a good gin or a bad gin. It doesn't have to be necessarily.
I've
bad,
played
yeah.
Phasmophobia, I know.
Does it go well with tonic?
Say that again.
Does it go well with tonic?
Wow.
Real good one, mate.
Wow.
Yeah. Got me cackling there. Fucking out. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, yeah, so a gin, yeah.
Okay, so there's some things about gins that you shouldn't do. You shouldn't throw hot water out because it could hit a gin and it could possess you. Bad gins can possess people. Good gins, I don't know, they're good. I don't know.
Hence the name.
Look out for you or something.
Yeah.
But
Do you think gin was named after those gins?
gin from gin and tonic.
Yeah. Because you said bad gin possesses you.
Yeah.
Just like alcohol possesses you to do dumb shit.
Maybe.
In Top Fellas, we ask the real
The
questions.
philosophical questions.
For real.
So
Alright,
then,
back to-
another thing that this isn't actually my story, but since my friend told it, I've remembered it. But
Yeah.
another thing that you shouldn't do about gins is be scared of them.
Okay.
Oh,
Otherwise, they will come to you.
wow.
Interesting.
So one day, my friend's uncle in Afghanistan was in the toilet. You shouldn't go to like a dirty toilet or anything without saying something before you enter.
Fair.
What's the thing you got to say?
Bismillah.
Bismillah.
Yeah.
What, is it that just part of the culture, or is that just like a
part
genuine
of the
thing?
religion. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay,
like you should say something to protect yourself before you enter, and like jinns normally can be in the toilet, like dirty toilets, or in scary, I don't know, like
Environments.
moory places. Yeah.
Yeah.
Places
So
that
then
aren't nice.
This was like a outdoors, like olden times dirty toilet, right?
Oh,
He
okay.
went to go
It's
and
one of those.
like have a wash or something,
Mm.
and then someone was in there already, and he just kept talking to the guy as he was washing, and then the guy was peeing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
continue.
no, I'm sorry, my bad.
All right, yeah, the guy was peeing, and then he looks around, and his feet are turned the other way. So he's supposed to be peeing into the toilet, right?
Oh.
But his feet are turned the other way away from his body.
Oh.
And then her uncle saw that and walked up to the door and opened it, and the guy was faced the other way and his feet were faced the other way, and then he ran out, and that's the story. Yeah.
Wait, so the guy was peeing.
Like his head was like looking that way, and his like.
So
was
his
out.
feet were faced backwards, but his whole body was faced forwards.
Oh.
So he tricked him to pretend that he was peeing with the noise or something, and then he checked, and the jinn was there, and his feet were faced the other way.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Damn.
pretty scary.
Yeah, that's scary
Wow.
stuff there.
Ugh.
It seems like it's not real, but
Moral of the story: don't go into shitty bathrooms.
yeah,
Yeah.
at night.
At night.
That's a bit wild, that low
It's a bit
key.
scary.
Yeah.
That's
If I had seen that and I told someone, they wouldn't believe me. So
Yeah, that's
Really?
like.
So, a gin.
if
So
you
with
saw
it-
that,
Yeah. I mean, I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. I mean, I don't know. I've not really had an interaction with someone and chatted with them
in the bathroom.
Well, I've chatted with people in the bathroom, obviously, but like I haven't chatted with someone and then worked out afterwards, like, oh shit, that was like a spirit or something. Like, what the fuck?
Why would you think that?
But yeah, wait,
because that's not a usual train of thought.
Yeah, no, sure.
Like, I didn't like the first time I met James. I wasn't like, maybe he's like,
it could be
it could be a demon or an angel.
I do find it really weird that you were the first person that I met at uni, and you lived half an hour down the road from me. You know, so that's pretty wild.
That's true.
That's otherworldly.
That's
otherworldly.
Is it, or it makes sense? Because
Coincidence.
Since they live close to each other, it makes sense. They both came
first
to the
person
same
off
uni.
the course that I met, you lived like half an hour away from me. Like everyone else that I've met so far was just kind of like, I was kind of a bit like, how are you guys then? You know, and so I remember like the first night. It's just like
they might be seeing this and crying right now.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like I remember the first night I got to uni, there was like an SU night going. Yeah, I went to the SU night, and I remember there was just like I went with my roommates, and my roommates are not like me at all, sort of thing. So we were getting loads of shots and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, I'll have a whiskey and coke, please," like that, you know. And I just got chatting to one random dude, and he was pretty sound. He was at your party. What's his name? He's the bass player. I forgot his name. He likes Iron Maiden. Tall bloke.
Ed?
No, not Ed. Is he in the band with him?
Oh, the guy that was with Ed.
Yeah.
That's just one of Ed's mates.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I met him in Freshers. I forget his name, but yeah, he was sound. Yeah, but other than that, I haven't really had any otherworldly experiences with like interacting with a ghost or something. Like, that's pretty.
I've had the one I talked about earlier.
The Ouija board. Yeah.
I just see weirdos, and I'm like, yeah, they're weirdos.
Fair play.
That's just living in.
I see some weird, like I saw some weird stuff in
Bath is there's full of weirdos.
Like the other day, I see some weird shit.
What was the other day?
I saw a man that looked like Jimmy Savile.
What?
Oh yeah, you did. You sent me a picture. He had a puppet.
Yeah, of himself.
Oh yeah, you told us about that.
I've seen this bloke.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy.
Unique.
That's unique.
I mean, one thing I will say that with jinns and stuff, you said that if you fear them, they'll come to you.
Yeah.
Like in a good way or in a bad way.
In a bad way.
Oh,
so
fuck's sakes. Well, that's really annoying because it's like, don't fear them.
No, that's the kind of thing you think about when you're younger and you're like, okay, I'm scared. Now I can't be scared. Let's not be scared. And then you're making yourself more scared. And then
By trying not to think about it, you're thinking about it.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. I mean, the episode is an hour and a half at this point, so have we got anything else that we feel we have to say, or do you reckon that is the end of the episode?
Shout out to Billy Mason.
Yeah, big up.
Big up Billy Mason. He wasn't in the episode today.
Don't use that voice.
We miss him a lot.
That hurt a lot. That hurt. No, continue.
Should I do the rest of the podcast like this?
Yes,
okay.
dope.
Okay.
Outro it like that. Wait, why do I have it?
Because you're close to my microphone, so if I angle it like this, you're not going to have it.
Alright.
Okay, mate. Well,
yeah, outro it.
outro.
Oh,
Come
I'm
on.
outroing. Okay.
Do you want me to outro or are you going to do the outro?
He has to does it.
All right, you do the outro.
All right. Any final words from you three and Charlotte, for that matter? Charlotte says no.
Charlotte says no.
Jilla, thanks for coming.
Thank you for
Our
having
biggest
me.
fan
I'm a
is
big
here.
fan.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's been pretty good. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the podcast?
I did enjoy after.
Oh yeah, I have I'll talk about it later.
After being behind the screen for so long. Now
Good
I'm
to be
here.
on it.
Interesting.
You sound like you're in a Haribo ad.
I like the gummy bears and the rings, because you put the rings on the gummy bear and then they go swimming.
That's actually perfect. I like 10 plastics. That's what you sound like.
Yeah.
I like Lego.
Continue.
Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Top Fellas.
Valid. Valid.